Hi there, welcome back to Marky RC. On this video we're going to be building the Saint Dragon from Tamiya, based on the Fire Dragon chassis. Box art's a bit weird on this one, I think. Ever so plain, just a different style of with the mud flying about. One of those bodies you either love it or hate it. I'm doing an unboxing of this one. It is pretty much the same chassis as Tamiya's Fire Dragon, and there aren't a lot of hop-ups for these. I think ball bearings, Tamiya's TTO2B or DFO3 alloy shocks, and the DFO2 universal drive shafts on the side there. Called a Saint Dragon, but the original Saint Dragon come on the Madcap chassis. I would have thought they would re-release this maybe on the Super Astute chassis, but they've done it on the one of the Thundershot chassis, and the original had red decals. And I do recall, I think the Saint Dragon was a cartoon in Japan, back in the sort of 90s, and I do believe, if I remember rightly, that the Saint Dragon was the main character in the cartoon. Bit of weird styling. I think it looks pretty cool, and I know for a fact these chassis are pretty cool. I've built absolutely loads of them, but I've never built one on the channel. So let's see what you get in the box. When I was online, I've noticed, depending on where you live in the world, some kits come with motors and speed controls, and other people have been moaning in different parts of the world that you don't actually get a speed control or a motor. I bought this from a company in England called Wonderland Models, and it was £109. I mean, that is super cheap for one of these Tamiya buggies. First thing in the box to come out, the comprehensive Tamiya manual. Like I've said in all the videos, probably the best manuals in the world. What is cool with this particular buggy, if you're like into RCs this is one of your first RC buggies, and you don't want to have all the hassle of painting and cutting the bodies out, then you're in luck, because the body comes pre-painted. Just need to remove the top film, which, looking by the contours on there, could be a tricky old body to cut out, especially those grooves in the back there. So it is nice when Tamiya do that, give you a pre-cut, pre-painted body shell. In England, in the kits, you get, I think it's a 1080 speed control, like a sort of hobby wing style speed control. This one's made by Carson. So that's pretty cool as well. You get a little Tamiya to LiPo battery connector. The speed control's already set up with LiPo connections. Little waterproof switch, and Tamiya's motor wires, and they are quite a cool little ECU, SC. And then you get little prongs at the top to adjust from the battery for forward and reverse, or just forward. That's a nice little touch, getting the lead in there. Get the polycarbonate driver figure. Just need to cut him out and paint him. Tamiya's block tyres. These are quite a good tyre, as long as you're on soil or grass or off-roading. Anything, if you go on tarmac, they last a matter of half an hour, but they are cool because they've got quite big writing on the side, so you can paint the super gripper off-road. Same thickness front and rear, and I'll say they're sort of medium compound, but they do hook up pretty well. Quite a good little tyre from Tamiya. One of the biggest bumpers that Tamiya make for any buggy. Huge, but it adds as a bash guard as well on the bottom. The old blue arms, suspension arms. I do believe this kit is fixed. Yeah, all the suspension is fixed in this particular kit. So for the first time builder, makes it a lot easier than having to set up tie rods and all the other little bits and bobs. And same again, the plastics on this are nice and soft. As in some of the kits I've reviewed lately are really hard. So we've got all our steering linkages, little trays, and suspension shock towers. I mean, Tammy have used this chassis over the years so many times, just in different configurations. Gearbox plastics, so they've gone to the hard plastic again. So you've got front and rear gearboxes and little sort of pumpkin covers that cover up where the centre shaft goes in. We've got the funny star sort of triangle hexes that these particular style of buggies have, rear hubs and front C hubs. Tamiyas tub chassis. All the Super Shot series of buggies I think use the same chassis, I think they do. And that again, they've gone to that hard plastic on that. Then we've got our, quite like these wheels, they are really strong because they've got no spokes. But they have that cool triangle centre cutout, which I think looks pretty cool. Same thickness front and rear. No difference in wheel size. Pretty plain decal sheet. Nothing too complicated about putting them on. But I don't know whether or not to get MCI make the red variants of these. When I come down to putting it all together, I'll. But then again, I quite like the blue. Yeah, I think we'll stick with the blue on that actually. And then we've got our big box of hardware. See, in England you get a motor as well. I've seen in other countries, like I say with the speed control, no motor in the kit. I suppose it all depends on where you live and the price point that they're trying to keep the kit at. Got standard, Tamiya's really good yellow CVA shocks that come on a lot of their bodies, a lot of their buggies, sorry, and all the clips and all the little rod ends to go with them. So we've got the gear bag there for the differentials. And a few of the other kits I've reviewed lately are the plastics, they're almost like see-through, but they've gone back to that original creamy coloured plastic that Tamiya have used, well, since the dawn of the models. And they are very hench, super stiff differentials. I'm not sure if they're plastic or metal, I can't remember. We'll have a look when we get further into the box. Front steering hubs, CVAs, little short ones for the front. They're a little bit longer for the rear, and all the clips to go with those. We've got our driver figure, just a little crash helmet. It's sort of 1980s styling on the crash helmet. And then we've got all of our part bags, shock towers. They're a really soft plastic as well. I suppose save things getting broke. And then we've got part bag A with a 3-geared differential. I'll tell you what is quite cool. You get an aluminium motor mount. That's quite unusual in these sort of mid-entry kits. So you've got, I think you've got 3 or 4 different size pinions on there. I'm assuming it tells you in the manual what they are. We've got Tamiya's grease, just generic screws and hardware, and metal diff gears, which is good, so you can run brushless. So that's part bag A. We've got part bag B, which contains all of the suspension springs, bladders for the shocks, and the 400 weight medium shock oil. Big old part bag B. Then we've got part bag C, which contains two big sort of zip ties for holding the battery in, all the rod ends, a load more hardware, standoffs, and the wheel nuts. And then we've got like a little FRP plate and the hardware to go with that. FRP? No. No, sorry, I take that back. Aluminium strengthening bracket. Don't think I recall putting one of them on the last one of these I built. Maybe they've eliminated a weak point, but until I put it together, I'm not sure. So there we have it. Oh, and we've got the old twangy spring steel centre drive shaft. So for £109 Wonderland models in Scotland, I think I paid $7.99 for next day delivery, and it was literally the next day. Easy kit for a beginner to put together, and really all you need now is one servo and some radio gear. So probably £130, £135 to get your buggy and all your electronics put together, and then you know, 40, 50 quid for a few batteries. So I hope you've enjoyed the little unboxing video, and I'll be doing a build video on this soon. So thanks for watching. Hope to see you in the next one. See you later. Bye.